You finish right at 11:15, and I'll be there.
Okay, you got it.
1-1-1.
Kevin Quigley.
Hey, what's up?
Everyone, talk. You gotta talk.
Okay,
I hear you gotta talk right into it.
All right, here I am.
Yeah. Actually, I think I'm gonna leave the stand.
Yeah.
So you just did your story.
I did.
How did it go? You've done this one before. Tell us briefly what the story is.
The story is a tale of accidental fisting, where I was playing the wingman for a friend of mine, and we ended up going to this guy's. It was bad. I mean, like we were together, and the dude that he wanted to get with also wanted to get with me, and that was like the condition. So we went to his house, and I was trying to loosen him up for my giant cock, and I put my finger in his butt, and then my whole hand fell into him. So
really, so you didn't really need to. You really need to loosen him up.
No, already
he was ready to go.
Yeah, he was like, and he told me, he's like, I haven't bottomed in 5 years, and I'm like, okay.
You're not believing that.
I did not believe that. I mean, I was past the risk.
That doesn't happen when you put your finger in the butt.
Oh,
just fall in.
Oh, well, not all of us like prepare ourselves with cucumbers.
Yeah. The first hit should have been that he was wearing diapers.
Yeah, I mean, it just all falls out. It's very prolapsed. I was like, oh, that's interesting. No.
Yeah, I'll have my anus penetrated once in a while.
I don't like it. I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not.
Like when Andy gets his.
No, I don't care for it. He sends me pictures.
I'll get a finger. I'll get a lady finger up there, or my own, or I got a couple of small toys, but the fist. I feel like I could work at it and make it an achievement, but I don't need to. I don't like see
whenever I intentionally fist, I want to make sure that like it's already happened for them. I don't want to work it.
Was it a pulling motion?
It sucked me in. It was
that's muscle control.
Like a Venus flytrap.
Yeah, I was like, ugh, my hand.
That's a tricky trickster.
Yeah,
he's hiding his talent.
Yeah. I
was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh,
what did I?
Oh no! How did that happen?
That's funny.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a fun time, but it was weird because I thought he was like on meth or cocaine, and he was just on Ritalin. I found out later.
Well, isn't like Ritalin the same as some stimulants?
Yeah. It was supposed to calm him down, but it like jacked him up.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, it was weird.
Anyway, that's somebody else's drug situation. Tell me more about your experience with the Naked Comedy Showcase. Like, how did you get started? Because I know the story, but I don't think our audience does.
It's very interesting. I came about it in a roundabout way. So I used to work here at Improv Boston, and I'd ask Andy if I could come on stage and like do the curtain speech of the show, which is just talking about like the lights and the emergency exits and that type of thing. But because I was working, I couldn't be naked, so I was only in my underwear. And Andy at one point said, if you're going to be on the stage, you have to be fully naked. And also, don't steal my thunder. Don't be the one that comes out first. So
no, wait, that's contradictory.
Is that contradictory?
Well, I just remembered being conflicted about it, and I don't remember saying you had to be naked. I just like don't half-ass it. Don't do either be
don't
fully clothed
right.
or go. This is not the underwear.
Right,
show.
Exactly. So yeah, you basically because I don't do a lot of stand up on my own.
Yeah.
So especially not back then. I do sketch and storytelling. So you basically were the impetus for me doing stand up. I never did like real stand up or even like storytelling on stage until I did the Naked Show. So you started putting me on the show, and then as it turned out, you liked what I did, and that confidence actually brought me to other stages now where I can go up with my clothes on. It's easier for me to do Naked Show than it is to do my clothes on. I try to tell people that, like regular stand-ups, and they don't believe me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I very specifically have you on the show because no one else is doing like really hardcore anal sex stories on the show.
I tell a lot of them.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. No, anything that is like I think it goes in perfectly with the Naked Comedy Show because people at first they're like, "What the fuck? You can actually you can't be naked and do jokes." Okay, I accept it now. I've seen like 6 comics. No, what the fuck is he talking about?
It's-
now it's a naked guy talking about hardcore sex.
And it's so funny because the way I talk about it, people somehow like are howling, laughing at this stuff. And when I first did it, I was like, no one's gonna laugh at this. And they're not like sex freaks either. They're like, suburban people that are hearing this type of thing for the first time, I think.
Yeah.
And they're just howling. And I used to announce that I was gay, like at the top, and now I just sort of don't say that. I just, just go into the show and don't announce that. And people seem to be more into that.
Now, I don't know if this is a good, I don't think it's a good analogy, but still, I feel an urge to say it like this. But you have a very matter-of-fact way of delivering your stories.
Yeah.
Where you talk about it the way I think trauma survivors talk about the worst moments of their trauma.
Yeah.
Like this is the point where I had spilled acid on my face, and I could feel like my skin just peeling off, and it's just very mundane.
Yeah,
like
you're open.
Yeah, and then the fast went right up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's I find it funny, and I think because I find it funny, and because it's not mundane to me, but it's just like, here's something interesting that happened, and not like, here's my big life experience. I think people respond to it better if I'm just sort of talking about it like I'm just talking about.
like, and you talk about it with such like trivial details that you throw in, like which season of the TV series you were talking about was on.
Right.
What was it?
It was like Buffy season 3 or something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
tell yeah.
I don't know.
Kevin tells this amazingly like sexy, intense story of just guys getting off on each other, and it's hot. But one of the details is which season of Buffy was on in the.
That was the Bukkake story.
Yeah,
that's the in LA.
Is that a common program for sex there?
I mean, if you're
Season 3's big.
Season 3 was where everything changed.
Yeah. You guys got any final thoughts? You guys got any final thoughts? We're gonna close this out. We're gonna close this out, and then I'm gonna go close out the show because we're nearing in on 11:15. Final thoughts, Matt Miller?
Final thoughts?
Yeah.
This is probably one of my favorite shows to do. Ever.
Really?
Yeah. I think performing naked, I agree with Kevin. It's the way to do stand-up.
Yeah, and I agree. This is probably my favorite show to perform on. I absolutely love the show. It makes me happy every single month I get to be on it.
Cool. This is my favorite show to host, mainly because my other show I host in the back of a budget rental truck. But that's pretty fun too, surprisingly. But this is definitely my favorite show. And so this has been our first podcast ever. I hope it came out good. I wasn't here for most of it. Nick, how about you?
I enjoyed being here. I didn't get a microphone until I just finally figured out about half an hour ago. So I just sat here quietly and kind of listened to most of it. But I really enjoyed the conversations that we had back here, and I'm looking forward to having more of them.
Do you think we'll get you up for a naked joke at some point?
I doubt that.
No, you should.
No, I don't.
No. Somebody's a no. They're a no.
Okay.
No, I can tell.
No, if I was super equipped, I would be like all about it. But I'm not. I'm a
I would recommend seeing the show first.
Yeah.
Because
well,
that's not an unusual thing.
This is what I said to Kona earlier. I'm like, I'm a hard no, but I feel like if I went and saw the show and then we were just hanging out one night and you could talk me into it and I would go, all right, I'll fucking do it.
Actually, how about this? You guys carry on with this. I'm going to go close out the show.
Okay.
Nick, this is your show now.
Oh.
Take over. You're taking over.
I feel like at the end of it, when the show night came, I would be like, fuck that. I'm all set.
Oh yeah,
I'm not doing that.
I think there's always that one person in the middle that comes in and does one joke, gets up on stage, tells one joke. I think a lot of people are more comfortable with that after they see how the show goes and all that stuff. I don't know.
You see, I'd have to warm things up a little bit. I think everybody warms it up, right?
Not really.
Miyagi that
I
thing?
get a couple cubes of ice.
I fucking warm it up. Like when my wife walks by, I fucking puff it out a little bit if I'm standing in front of the mirror combing my hair. So I think getting up in front of a room of strangers, I would definitely,
It's cold up there too. It shrinks it.
Fuck that. I think it's great that people do it, and I'm completely supportive of the whole thing. I can't do it.
I kind of want to see the end of the show.
Yeah, I'm with you guys.
Yeah. Let's go watch the end of the show.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.